The expansive landscapes of Elden Ring's new universe, the lands between, are home to a variety of new and terrifying housemasters. They prowl the lonely hallways and crumbling ruins, as well as burrow deep below in dismal dungeons. Some of these animals, on the other hand, prove to be pure nightmare fodder. Elden Ring takes no punches when it comes to boss designs that are supposed to terrify the living daylights out of you, from enormous serpents with faces to eldritch monstrosities. Astel, Naturalborn of the Void, seem to have emerged from the darkest recesses of your imagination. Astel's body is made up of a dragonfly, spider, beetle, and a human skull, and his spine and tail appear to be constructed of planets. Astel is 10 times more dangerous up close, thanks to his ability to blast beams and create meteor showers. This cosmic behemoth makes for a gripping nightmare, with his gigantic form hanging over you. It appears at first that you're fighting a regular gigantic snake, however, seeing it lunge at you with its mouth wide open is no less terrifying. The hardest part comes when you defeat it and Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, appears in front of you. It gets increasingly frightening when he starts speaking and pulls a blade from the jaws of the dead snake. Now you're fighting to avoid being slashed by his massive blade, while Rykard's spooky face and monstrous body slithers around trying to grab you. When you defeat Radagon of the Golden Order, you assume you're done, but a cutscene shows you wrong. The Elden Beast, a big, gorgeous, and terrifying creature, emerges from the depths. When it comes to final bosses, the Elden Beast exceeds all expectations as the game's last boss. As you slice through its body and golden sparks seep out, you can't help but experience a mixture of amazement and fear, as if you're cutting through an alien's exoskeleton. That sensation of surprise and horror never fades as it plunges its golden blade into the ground for a large-scale attack. This boss battle is both horrifying and extremely difficult to complete. You must first defeat the Beast Clergyman, a terrifyingly agile figure cloaked in some ecclesiastical garb. But as soon as you deplete his health to a certain point, this demi-human bloodhound undergoes a massive transformation. It whirls around in the air with its bright crimson blade, frighteningly quick. Malekith makes excellent use of its environment, sneaking up on you when you're least expecting it. Anything with a large number of hands is terrifying. Godrick the Grafted was originally seen in Elden Ring's gameplay trailer, and he does not disappoint when you confront him in person. For his huge size, Godrick is remarkably fast and mobile, and his whirlwind move instills in you the fear of a demigod. Even more so, when Godrick connects a dragon's head to his damaged left arm and fires dragonfire at you from distance in the middle of a fight. Fighting the ulcerated tree spirit in Fringefolk Heroes Cave is strangely evocative of Dark Souls 3's curse rotted Greatwood. This frenzied, snake-like creature with numerous legs is terrifying, not only because of its appearance, but also because of the way it moves around the boss arena. It thrashes around like it's scratching an itch, flailing its body and opening its decaying maw to spit fire at you. When you're attempting to keep this thing from crashing into you, you can't help but feel your heart racing. You can only watch in horror as this massive stone cat rises to its hind legs and walks mechanically toward you when you first enter the mist into this boss fight. As this stone cat strikes its sword into the ground and spits fire from its tail, even the music gives you the chills. The worst thing is when it comes to its feet slowly several times during the struggle. You don't want to get caught dead if you run into this creature late at night. Elden's first formal boss. Even if you don't have any Crimson Tear flasks, this confused combination of human parts that transform into a spider gives you the creeps. With many swords, the Grafted Scion becomes a boss that you spend more time avoiding than attacking. If you concentrate hard enough, you can hear its many legs pitter-patter against the ground. Disgusting? The Abductor Virgins are a very terrifying boss fight to be in, as they resemble a Victorian-era Gothic horror. Having these monsters come at you full throttle with their blank masks and swinging blades, as well as the fact that they circle around at high speeds, is an absolute nightmare. To top it off, these devices have a compartment that opens up and a pair of hands emerges from it to drag you in and suffocate you with scarlet rot. The Death Rite bird is another one of FromSoftware's classic blends of the odd and terrifying, and it certainly lives up to its name. When you combine the skeleton of a bird with that of a human, you get perfect nightmare fuel, especially when it uses its skull beak to poke at you. With its use of black flame, it's a lethal foe, and you have to give the developers respect for making the bosses as distractingly scary as possible.